on the side of T1 here. Like, it's very risky the way that this could shape up, because if your Trundle falls behind or you're not winning in sides and you're trying to set up team fights around Jin, you don't have that hard engagement.
He is going to get into the Aurora. We have seen a couple times where he's just kind of sprinting at the Aurora, probably getting some amount of stacks in those traits.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's more than like 2.
You know, sometimes T1 are going to get this first rate with the prio they have, Shocker. Sometimes when I'm playing top lane, and I'm kind of multitasking on my computer, I put that Grasp rune in, I'll look at the counter matchup I'm in. An early game, Valdez.
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, T1 have control, and Gen.G have identified that, okay, we kind of have to sit back, but take a look at this timing. They say, okay, well, Faker's backing. They don't really see Owner on the map. They just got the dragon right, so let's try to get some consolation prize elsewhere. They're going to get 2 of the grubs, not all 3.
Consider also, too, Valdez, that like Wukong can't really impact lanes pre-6.
Yeah.
So that's another big win here for T1 when they draft these winning lanes, that you know, it's a soft counter, right, to the Wukong, and that it just really hurts his potential to actually protect those losing lanes. The comfort with these champs and the lane power they have might be enough to get them over the line.
No missed. He's in a lot of trouble here. He does have flash at least. He's pushing forward into the turret. A lot of needles do come down. There's no TPs available. There's no jungler on the way. He's just dead. First blood goes over to Doran in the counter matchup. He's going to love that gang from Owner here in this early game.
Just look at the cross map opportunities, and they aren't there. You know, Chovy's pushing a wave bottom as Ruler catches a wave in the mid lane.
To 1. Oh, and we got a play here once again on the Chovy. Still no flash from the earlier Realm Warp, but now he's just able to get in and punish. It's another kill. It goes over to Owner, which isn't exactly ideal, but it's still very good for the team.
Still a little bit worried.
A bit of a setup brewing here from Gen.G. Looks like they want to take some kind of fight. We have Exhaust here on a Ruler as Keria is calling for this. And now the Magical Journey. Looks like Keria can't quite get in there, but now the TP on in into immediate Tempered Fate. Faker is in that backline with no escape as a bunch of damage is being done. Doran there as well, but the needles go in, and Faker actually got out of there. Doran now in the backline himself as Faker does get taken down eventually. Gen.G trying to press forward. They got this strong Gwen trying to frontline, but they can't really deal with Guma. And so now they're on the run, but can they run away from the Jin? Is really the question. The shots, a couple of them do ring true, but the others do miss.
Is there. Keria, guess what he's got? His Realm Warp for the exit, and it just feels like that shouldn't have happened. Like, it doesn't feel like you should be able to get away with that, and yet T1 do.
Yeah, that's the way it goes here at Legend Group. Sometimes these teams just pull it out of a hat.
They're gonna get a whole turret.
Yeah, he's just gonna get this one here. Straight for the Rift Heralds. A big group up, tons of wardage, and
that's
commitment from Gen.G on the top side of the map.
Don't have too much of a lead now. I think the answer is no. And they want to keep on keeping enough hold of this tempo to make sure they can continue to dictate fights on their terms. They have double dragon, but they do not have prio for the third. So Faker's just going to get another turret.
Yeah, it seems to be his game plan, is just let them get objectives and just kind of side lane. It's better than not side laning. Dura going to take a ton of damage. Doran as well lays down the ult, but they're not contesting for this. You see that Owner is in the top jungle of Gen.G. Trying to steal it was Guma against Ryze, against a Jin, right? Makes it much easier for them to lock down, especially with that bit of a lack of engage that you were talking about as they engage on the Trundle. Trying to take down Owner is not going to happen, and immediately Duro just gets burst to shreds, and the rest of Gen.G just on the run, not really wanting to take the rest of the fight. Doran a little bit low, but you see that Keen is backing, maybe looking to TP back into this fight.
Yeah, some heals coming through just a little bit there from the Bard. Guma still has ult, and both summoners, so he's actually feeling pretty happy to just walk forward here and take some pot shots. Now getting engaged on the right back.
Canyon, he is so close to that. Keria jumping on in, gonna keep 2 of them in prison. He does go down, but that means they get the kill on the Canyon. It's actually gigantic as now Guma, the Scissors, are pushing forward. The Keen is not going to get any kills. Ruler now Just sprinting at them actually can do a lot, but no, he's taking too much from Faker. Totally ignored the rise, and it's a massive mistake, and T1 turned this fight around. They were already ahead, but now they're just getting the bonus kills on top of bonus kills. Will T1 get everything in the fight?
I mean, this might just be the game-ending fight. Straight up, 5 dead for Gen.G. Who cares about a Mountain Soul point? It's T1, Baron spawns at 25, and they'll start it at 25-10. Doran gonna get the whole mid turret. And this team's team fighting, their synergy, it looks like they break the rules of League of Legends. They do things that aren't possible. They're doing this to Gen.G.
One plus an extra rel and the Baron. So now it's like 8,000 gold to lead for T1. The compositions begin to have less meaning as we get to these sorts of numbers. And Carry is on the flank. Looking for Ruler here, no doubts, trying to get into that backline. They have the full wraparound. They're going to try to turn and immediately jump on a Faker who just goes golden. With the help of Carrier, goes golden again. And the rest of his team is just cleaning up. The wallets are gigantic. T1 are styling on Gen.G.
Not even close. Chovy running as fast as his phase rush will take him. I don't think he gets out of this one.
They're just playing with their food at this point.
I mean, Faker had TP and Realm Warp. He had 2 ways to join the fight. He had Baron buff. If the fight doesn't look optimal, if they don't think they can get that flank angle, he can take out an inhibitor. He's Rise with Baron in the mid lane, but he decides to come over, rotates quickly, gets that flank. Who says stopwatch Sonya's double stasis is dead? Carrier says it's very much alive. That he just lives through everything with a safe Rod of Ages, Seraphs, and quick arm guard buys. The guy is just unkillable.
He's really making them regret not banning Bard. I'll tell you that because I don't think we're going to see a lot of Carrier playing Bard even coordinated by them.
The closest one was that fight like at the blue buff on blue side, you know, where T1 went in aggressively and Faker barely got out. Like that was the most fight Gen.G's had, and they didn't even really walk away with a W on that one either.
Right, trying to make a play here once again. They're really trying to bully Ruler. It's very obvious. They're like, okay, we got a target on this guy's back. And now Gen.G down 13,000 gold, looking for the angle. Oh man, just dropping Aurora ultimates on top of Chovy's head as the shots ring true. Owner just running at them at this point in time, gonna remove some blockers. There's the stun, and Ruler's dead. They get him first again. And yeah, T1 really just styling on them at this point, just having a lot of fun. The fans are getting a great kick out of this game, at least on the T1 side. You saw the facial expressions of the Gen.G fans earlier. Didn't look great.
This is just a dominant victory, no 2 ways about it. I feel like we didn't see Gen.G at all in game 1, and T1 making a statement here. Keen doing a lot of damage, but I think with him being really the only one left, it's not going to matter here, Valdez. How do you recover from a loss like this? I mean, Gen.G's played a lot of tough series that went the distance this year. I think they're the team that can handle it, but
these were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.